Hey guys, in today's video I'll be showing you how to crochet the Nova top. The free written pattern will be linked in the description box so you can go ahead to check it out. And now for the materials, these are the materials you're going to need to make your top. I'm going to use the recommended hook size for the yarn that you choose, and this is the yarn I'm using. It is bamboo pop socks and it's in the color 610 Tisu, and I used 3 balls of this to make the long sleeve version of this top. This is a made to measure pattern, which means you can adjust it to fit your preference. You can decide to make the sleeves longer, you can decide to make it less fitted, you can make it oversized, you can just play around with it. And yeah, let's get started into the construction of this top. And here's how this top is constructed. You might need to pause this video so you can read the instructions I'll be putting on the screen from henceforth. The next step is to determine the width and the length of each panel. I'm going to start with the lower section of the first panel. Because the yarn I use for the top is quite thin, I'm going to be using a larger hook size and a thicker yarn for demonstration. So using your smaller hook, you're going to make a slip knot and make a chain in multiples of 6 till you reach your actual panel width measurement. As a result of the multiples, your initial chain might be slightly longer than your actual panel width measurements, but you don't have to worry about that. So let's say for example your panel width measurement is 15 inches, but because of the multiples of 6, your initial chain became like 16 inches. You don't have to worry about that because eventually it will balance out as you continue working the pattern. Once you have reached your desired measurement, you are going to chain 1, and then you're going to be working single crochets into the back hump of every chain across. So skip the first chain on your hook and go into the back hump of the second chain from your hook and make a single crochet. And you're going to keep on working single crochets into the back hump of every chain till you reach the end of your work. At the end, the total amount of single crochets you should have should be in the multiples of 6. Turn your work and switch to your larger hook size, and now we're going to begin working on our first row. Beginning our row 1, you're going to chain 4, and this chain 4 counts as a treble crochet, but if you don't want to chain 4, you can always make a stacked single crochet. Now we're going to make a treble crochet decrease, and to do that you're going to yarn over twice, and into the same stitch where your chain 4 is, you're going to insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then you're going to pull through 2 loops. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over again. You're going to skip the next stitch and go into the next. You're going to insert your hook, pull up a loop, and pull through 2 loops. You should have 4 loops on your hook right now. Yarn over once again and skip the next stitch, go into the next, pull up a loop, and pull through 2 loops. You should have a total of 5 loops on your hook. And now you're going to pull through 3 loops, and then you're going to pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops. Now you have made your treble crochet decrease. Next, you're going to make a treble crochet increase by yarning over twice, and into the next stitch you're going to insert your hook and make a treble crochet by pulling through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now to make your increases, you're going to chain 1, yarn over once, and into the base of the treble crochet you made, you're going to insert your hook. Then you're going to pull up a loop, and you're going to pull through 2, and you have made your double crochet. So chain 1 again and yarn over, insert your hook into the same base and pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, and pull through 2 loops. Now you have made your treble crochet increase. Again, you're going to yarn over twice into the next stitch, insert your hook into the loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. You have 3 loops left on your hook. Yarn over again, skip a stitch, go into the next, and pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. You're going to yarn over again, skip a stitch, go into the next, pull up a loop, and pull through 2 loops. And you should have 5 loops on your hook. Pull through 3 loops, pull through 2 loops, and pull through 2 loops. You have made your treble crochet decrease. So yarn over twice, and into the next stitch you're going to pull up a loop and pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, and pull through 2 loops. So you have made your treble crochet. Then you're going to chain 1, yarn over once, insert your hook into the base of that treble crochet you made, pull up a loop, and make a double crochet. Next, you're going to chain 1 again, insert your hook into the same base and pull up a loop. You're going to make a double crochet, and this is how to make your treble crochet decrease. Now you're going to keep alternating between making a treble crochet decrease and a treble crochet increase all the way till you get to the end of your work. You are going to end with a treble crochet. So into the last stitch, yarn over twice, insert your hook and pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops. So you have ended your row 1 successfully. Now we're going to begin our row 2. So to start your row 2, you are going to chain 4. So chain 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now you're going to be working into the treble crochet decreases you made from the previous row and treble crochet increases you made. So to start, you're going to yarn over twice, and into the treble crochet decrease you made, you're going to work into the 3rd loop of the treble crochet decrease you made from your row 1. So yarn over twice, and into that 3rd loop you're going to insert your hook, as you can see, and then you're going to pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops. So you're going to chain 1, yarn over into the base, insert your hook into the base and pull up a loop, make a double crochet, chain 1 again and into the base, insert your hook, pull up a loop and make a double crochet, and you have made your treble crochet increase. Now you're going to yarn over twice, and into the treble crochet increase you made from the previous round, you're going to make a treble crochet decrease. So you're going to yarn over twice, and into the 3rd loop of that previous double crochet right there, you're going to insert your hook and pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. So you're going to yarn over, skip that chain 1 and go into the 3rd loop of the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, yarn over once again, skip the chain 1, into the 3rd loop of the the last stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. You should have 5 loops on your hook, pull through all 3 loops, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Now you're going to your treble crochet decrease. So yarn over once again, and you're going to work a treble crochet increase into the treble crochet decrease from the previous row. So insert your hook into the 3rd loop and make a treble crochet, chain 1, and into the base you're going to make a double crochet, chain 1, insert your hook into the base, make a double crochet, and you're just going to keep on alternating that. So whenever you come across a treble crochet increase, you're going to make a treble crochet decrease on top of it. So you're going to be working into the 3rd loop of all the stitches. You're not going to be working into the chain 1. And whenever you come across a treble crochet decrease, you're going to work a treble crochet increase on top of it, and you're going to keep on alternating that all the way to the end. You should end with a treble crochet increase. Now to finish off, you're going to yarn over twice, and into the 3rd chain of the chain 4 you made from your chain 1, you're going to make a treble crochet there, and you have done with your row 2. For our row 3, we are going to chain 4, and you're going to yarn over twice, and we're going to be working a treble crochet decrease into the treble crochet increase from the last row. Basically, we're just repeating what we did in our row 2, except that our row 3 will begin with a treble crochet decrease and end with a treble crochet decrease, excluding the chain 4 and the treble crochet at the end. Into the treble crochet decrease from the previous row, you're going to yarn over twice and make a treble crochet increase on top of this. So remember, you are always going to be working into the 3rd loop of your stitches. So you're going to make a treble crochet increase into the treble crochet decreases from the previous row, and whenever you come across a treble crochet increase from the previous row, you will make a treble crochet decrease on top of it, and you're just repeating that pattern all the way to the end. So you're going to end your row 3 with a treble crochet decrease and yarn over twice into the third chain of the chain 4 from the previous round. You're going to work a treble crochet into that stitch, and that is how you end your row 3. Repeat rows 2 and 3 till you reach the length of your lower section. Make sure you end on a row 3. When you reach the length of your lower section, you're going to begin working on the upper section. For the upper section, you're going to begin with the armhole shaping, and this is just making decreases at the beginning of each row, and you're going to make like 2 or 3 rows of decreases just so you can make your top fit better. Now, to make your decreases, you are going to make sure that your last row for the lower section is a row 3. That means it ended on a treble crochet decrease. Now, to make your armhole shaping, you're going to turn your work. You're going to chain 4. So what you are going to be doing, you're going to be skipping the treble crochet decreases at the beginning of the row and at the end of the row. So yarn over twice, skip the treble crochet decrease at the beginning, and work a treble crochet decrease as you would on the treble crochet increase from the previous row. So you are only skipping the treble crochet decreases at the beginning and at the ending. So work your treble crochet decrease as you would on a treble crochet increase. So you're going to continue your pattern by yarning over twice, and into the next treble crochet decrease, you're going to work a treble crochet increase on top of it. And you're just going to keep on working this pattern till you reach your last treble crochet decrease from your previous row, and I'm going to see you when you're almost at the end of your work. So at the end of your row, you're going to skip that last treble crochet decrease from the previous row, and you're going to yarn over twice and make a treble crochet into the chain 3 of your chain 4 from the previous row. So basically what we are doing is we are just skipping the treble crochet decreases at the end and at the beginning of the row. Now to continue, you're going to make another row of decrease. To make your second decrease, you're just going to repeat what you did for the first one by chaining 4, skipping the first treble crochet decrease of the row, and you're going to just work into the treble crochet increase from the previous row. And when you get to the end of the row, you're going to skip the treble crochet decrease at the end and make a treble crochet into the chain 3 of your chain 4 from the previous row. So basically you are repeating what you did for your first row of decrease. So you can choose to make one more row of decrease. For my top, I made 3 decrease rows, but you can decide to stop at the second decrease row. And once you're done making your decreases, just continue working the pattern as you would normally. That means you're not going to be skipping treble crochet decreases at the end or at the beginning. Now you're going to start the no decrease part of the upper section, and it's just going to be a repetition of rows 2 and 3 till you are about 0.5 inches or 1 inch away from the length of your upper section. So once you're about an inch or 1.5 inches away from the length of your upper section, you're going to start working on your shoulder shaping. Your shoulder shaping, you're going to separate your panel into 3 parts, that is the right shoulder, the left shoulder, and the center. And you need to find out how wide each shoulder is going to be. So take your tape measure and measure the width of your panel, and then you're going to divide that measurement by 4. So my measurement was 11 and I divided it by 4 and I got about 2.75. So I rounded it up to 3 inches. So I'm going to place my stitch marker on the 3-inch mark. When placing your stitch markers, you need to take note of the row you ended on. If you ended on a row 2, that is a row that ends with a treble crochet increase, you are going to place your stitch marker on a treble crochet decrease. So if you ended on a row 3, that is a row that ends with a treble crochet decrease, you are going to place your stitch marker on a treble crochet increase. Repeat what you did for the other shoulder and place your stitch marker. Once you are done placing your stitch markers, you are going to continue from where you left off, turn your work and chain 4, and you are going to continue with the pattern till you reach your stitch marker, and I'm going to show you what to do once you're there. When you get to your stitch marker, you're going to yarn over twice, and into the stitch where your stitch marker is, you're just going to make a treble crochet into that stitch. So you're not going to remove your stitch marker, you're just going to work into that stitch. And you're done with your first row for the shoulder shaping. Then to begin your second row, you're going to chain 4, turn your work and chain 4, and you're going to continue your pattern just like you have been doing. And I ended up making 3 rows for my shoulder shaping, and this was about an inch or so. Once you have made your desired number of rows, I made 3 rows, you are going to end your shoulder shaping by making a single crochet row. So chain 1 and turn, and you are going to work 1 single crochet into every stitch. So you're going to make a single crochet into the first stitch, and into every stitch and chain 1 space, you are going to make 1 single crochet. And you're going to do that till you get to the end of your work. At the end of your work, you're going to chain 1 and fasten off. Leave a long tail of yarn because you're going to use it to seam the shoulders together. Now you're going to attach your yarn at the other side and repeat the same process, and you're done with your first panel. Once you have your 2 panels, you're going to seam both of them at the shoulders. You can use any method you prefer to seam. I'm using the mattress stitch. You can decide to use a whip stitch, any method at all you prefer to seam your work. Make sure you're seaming on the wrong side of your work. And this is how it should look like after seaming your shoulders. Now you're going to start the side seam. You're going to seam the sides. For the side seams, you're going to be seaming only the lower section. You're not going to be seaming the upper section. So you're going to place a stitch marker to mark where your upper section begins, so you can just separate it. And for the side seams, you're going to be using the slip stitch join to join the sides, because this gives your top more structure. Although you can choose to use your yarn needle, but using the slip stitch join just gives it more structure and all that. So when making your slip stitches, make sure you are making 3 slip stitches along every treble crochet or chain 4 space, just so you can prevent any bunching, because if you make less than 3 or less than 2, your side seams are going to bunch up and it's not going to be flattering once you turn it to the right side. So if you want more info on how to use your panels or join with slip stitches, you can check tutorials on YouTube on how to do that. So once you are done working your seams, you are going to turn your work to the right side. Do not cut off your yarn, because you are going to start working into your sleeve opening, and this is how it should look like on the wrong side. And when you turn it to the right side, you should have this seamless kind of look, almost seamless actually. Now you're going to start working into your sleeve opening. With your right side out, you are going to start working single crochets along those treble crochets and chain 4 posts. So you're going to grab your smaller hook size and you're going to chain 1 and make 3 single crochets into every chain 4 or treble crochet post till you get to your first single crochet. And you're going to do this using your smaller hook. So I was using a 2.0mm hook and I switched to a 1.50mm hook. Once you get to your first single crochet, you're going to count the amount of single crochets you have and make sure they are in the multiples of 6. If they are not in the multiples of 6, follow the instructions I'll be putting on the screen. Once you have a single crochet in the multiples of 6, you are going to slip stitch to the first single crochet you made in the round, and you are going to change your hook size to your bigger hook. So I'm going to grab my 2.0mm hook and I'm going to chain 4. And now you're going to make a treble crochet decrease just like you always do. Yarn over twice into the same stitch that you made a chain 4. You're going to insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, skip a stitch, insert your hook, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, skip a stitch, insert your hook into the next, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, pull through all 3 loops, pull through 2 and pull through 2, yarn over twice, and into the next stitch you're going to make a treble crochet increase. So make a treble crochet, chain 1, into the base of the treble crochet make a double crochet, chain 1, and into the base again make a double crochet, and now you're going to yarn over twice, make your treble crochet decrease. You're going to repeat this pattern all the way till you get to the end of the round. So at the end of the round, you're going to finish off like we always do with the treble crochet. So yarn over twice and into the last stitch you're going to make a treble crochet into the last stitch. And now you're going to finish your round by slip stitching to the 3rd chain of your chain 4 at the beginning of the round. So into the 3rd chain make a slip stitch, and now you're done with your round 1. And for the sleeves, what you're going to do now is you're going to be turning your work after every round. And now for the next round you're going to make a decrease round. So make 4 chains, and just like we did for the armhole shaping, you're going to yarn over twice, skip the treble crochet decrease and work into the treble crochet increase from the previous round, just like we did when we're making the armhole shaping. And you're going to keep on working the pattern till you reach your last treble crochet decrease of the round, and I'm going to see you there. So at the end of the decrease round, you're going to skip the treble crochet decrease, yarn over twice and work into the 3rd chain of the chain 4 from the previous round. So insert your hook into the 3rd chain and make a treble crochet. And now to end the round, you are going to slip stitch to the 3rd chain of the chain 4 you made at the beginning. So insert your hook and make a slip stitch, and you're done with your decrease round. Now if you want to make more decreases, you can go ahead and repeat the same thing. Remember to turn your work after every round. So for the sleeves, you have to turn your work after every round, but I only made 1 round of decrease. You can decide to make 2 rounds of decreases. For the pink top, I made 2 rounds of decreases, but for the longer top I made 1 round of decrease. Continue working your pattern just like we did for the front and back panel. The only difference with this is that you are going to be working in the round, and make sure that at the end of every round you turn your work and continue working till you reach your sleeve length. So I made about 43 rows for my long sleeve top, and this was about 19 inches. So keep on working until you reach your sleeve length, and at the end of your work you are going to end with a single round of single crochet just like we did for the shoulder panel. And I'll meet you once I'm done. Once you have reached your desired sleeve length, repeat the same process for the other side and make sure you have the same stitch count as you did for the first sleeve. Once you're done, go ahead and make a single crochet border around the neckline and the bottom of your top, then weave in all your ends, and you're done with your top. Shout out to Universal Yarn for sponsoring this pattern, and this is the original creator of this stitch design. You can check her out on Instagram. And yeah, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. If there are any parts that you do not understand, you can check the written pattern, and if you don't still understand, you can always send me a message on Instagram. Subscribe, like, and comment. I'll be releasing the pattern for the skirt version of the top, and I might also be making a tutorial. So let me know what you think. And yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified anytime I upload a video.